guess to start, David, just kind of what were some of your takeaways from the evening?
Yeah, I think this is the travel delay. Obviously, was a good piece of adversity for both teams. I think, but overall, really happy that they were able to come. It'd been easy for them to not come, and we really appreciate that. And obviously, I think tonight, obviously we had a really good crowd. I think 8,200 people, which is really exciting for a Monday night. And this is our first match. I think we've had the students here. So I don't know what exactly the students are. So, that stuff is exciting and promising. And people want to see a product there. They want to go watch. And I think that our guys are doing a good job of going out and wrestling hard and trying to score points. And tonight reflected that, which was awesome. I just want to keep challenging the state of Oklahoma to continue to support us. I think it's a big deal. It is. It means a lot to these kids. It means a lot to our program. It means a lot to our university. And we can continue to grow that. I think it was really cool to kind of see what, tonight, what that could look like, and continue to envision what it's going to be moving forward. And, so really happy with those things.
You could tell you weren't real happy about leaving 133 empty against Air Force. Was this a little bit of a recovery for that weight tonight? Because that was a big performance by Kale.
Well, I certainly prefer to put people out there. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think it was good for Kale tonight. He's just, he was a kid who's had a lot of success in his career. And I think this has been a very good growing year for him. And he's definitely overcoming some adversity, which is good. When you're a young kid and you've had a lot of success in your life and things start to get a little bit hard, it's, you can see kids go in different directions. It's just really been good to see him continue to stick with it, and tonight was a good opportunity. It's just, it doesn't matter who you are in our lineup. When you step out there and your name's called, you make the most of it. And Kale did that tonight. Irene's a tough kid, dangerous. He's a dangerous wrestler, and Kale did a good job of. He really took it out of him in the first period, and did a really good job riding him hard in the second period, and obviously flurried away on top. So it was good for Kale. Those are memorable. When you're young, those first matches when you get big, pins in your environment, those are things I still remember from my career. I don't remember a lot of things, but I still remember those moments. So this is a moment he'll remember forever. It shouldn't be the pinnacle of his career. I think he's got bigger goals than that, but just those are good things, for him, for our team.
Do you think those moments can not only be big for him, but big for the other guys because they're excited to see him push through some adversity and get some success too?
Yeah, I think so. I think Kale's guy's pretty bubbly kid, and again, this is not the national tournament, but it is good to see kids go out. We just say, just go out and get what you wanted to go do. I think for Kale, just having some, he's grown a lot, maturity-wise. And, it's just, again, tonight's not the end result, but it's a step forward, big step forward for him, so it's good.
Coach, you mentioned spot there still being decided, is it the 33?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just, we gotta, those are the things that are challenging. We gotta put our, we gotta figure out what's the best thing for our team, at the end of the year at the national tournament. We keep saying these guys, gotta prove that they're the guy, and each opportunity is an opportunity to go out and do that. They're neck and neck, and they're tough, and they're pushing each other. We'll see how it continues to unfold moving forward.
Coach, you mentioned how sitting out for a bit can help a kid learn visually and mentally. I know you said 133 is not settled, but sitting behind Reese for a bit and watching him, how much do you think that helped Kale prepare for the night?
Yeah, I think it's good. I think they're both good for each other. They are. It's a tough part of our sport. You got to battle. You got to battle to be the guy. And for us, I think we have two guys that can go out there and do really well at the national tournament. So I think they're both helping each other get the most out of this season. And I think it's a good thing for our team.
Based on just eye test tonight, this looked like to be a contrast of styles. In fact, North Carolina State looked like they were wrestling much like Oklahoma State did the previous, last several years. How good is that for your team to be challenged by that contrast? Or did you think it was a contrast?
I think we can do a better job. I think it's a reflection of the work that we're putting in and the standard that we're trying to wrestle as a program, right? I think, people start to notice those things. When you get to the point where people are like, man, you're noticing those things, that's a good thing. But I think there's things we can do better, right? I think we can finish more periods a little stronger, I think those are some things that we can continue to improve on. And we talk about it we want our guys to have the reputation. We're gonna wrestle hard for 7 minutes or whatever it takes. Whatever that looks like. You can wrestle really hard and win 5-0. You can wrestle really hard and win 21-5. You can also not wrestle hard and win 14-4. But we're not hanging our hat on the wins and losses. It's the way that we're wrestling. That's the thing that's most important. That's what's going to keep people coming back to watch us. That's what's going to build our reputation as a program. So I think there's obviously within here there's good things and there's things that we can do better. But that's why we're in the middle of the season. And we're going to keep getting better.
What did you make of the way Caleb finished?
It's good. I mean, there's nothing that's more awesome than guys in a tight match finishing on top at the end of the periods. Not on top per se, getting your hand raised. It's just like finish the way you want to finish. You're in a tight match. It's 5-5, and a takedown could go one way or the other way, and he ends up takedown down his back, an All-American, right? Those are good things for Caleb. So it's just sometimes you set your standard, but you need some validation along the way, right? And tonight we're setting our standard high, which we should, and we're starting to get some more, validation that our guys are doing things right. We just got to keep doing things right, and we just got to keep getting better.
It looked like late Troy had his opponent in a pretty good spot, and then Vince obviously pulled it out of it and got a takedown to ice it. What did you see at the end of that match and how it transpired?
Yeah, Robinson's tough. He's a really tough kid. He's had a really good year this year. And Troy was right there to get a takedown at the end, So just an area that once you've been there, you realize, okay, I got to get under the arms for the takedown. You get excited and, you're going for the crossface. This guy's still got your leg. Referees are probably not going to award that takedown. You got to get under the arms and kind of show a little bit more control. And, it's good. It's a good learning opportunity for Troy. Again, he put himself right there to get the takedown, and it's just, just a little bit, maybe now when he's drilling things, he'll have a little more focus in that area, and, he'll get it. He'll get it. He'll figure it out. It's just college wrestling, and it's not a perfect thing. People win, people lose. We just got to keep getting better, and it's good when you got things like that. It just gives you a little bit more focus, and it's an area that, especially 125. It's a tough weight, a lot of scrambles. We just got to be able to execute at the end, and but once you realize that, it becomes a little more clear what you got to do there. So he'll make the adjustments.
I think that was just the second time that Wyatt's had to go the distance this year. Can that be good for him to kind of extend that gas tank a little bit?
Definitely. Yeah, it's good. We want to be challenged, Wyatt's super gifted, and he can score a lot of points. He can pin people, but the days like today, maybe you don't get a pin, but you still got to wrestle for 7 minutes. That's the best type of conditioning that you could get. And Trumbull's tough, he was in the finals of the Olympic trials this year, and they got some really good scrambles, and Wyatt did some really nice things in some scrambles. When you wrestle hard, you're not gonna always end up on top. So, yeah, it was good. It was a good match for him.
What was it like having Diego here past week?
Yeah, it's Diego's and I've known him since before his rise to superstardom, and it's just been really cool to see his trajectory, and it's been really nice having him in this week, and he just shared this kind of story with our team, and it's pretty amazing. He's we talk about, man, it's easy to say no, right? Why I can't do something, but just say yes, go do it, and that's really his career. he was right there. He, was kind of a little old to get into the, get a chance to fight in the UFC. And on short notice, he fought a guy that nobody wanted to fight and almost beat him. And then got another shot, showed up, said yes, and then he's just been on a roll. And now he's getting a chance to potentially fighting for a title. So it's just like, those are things that, you just need a little spark, You never know that spark's gonna come. So just him coming in, showing that, being around for as big of a superstar he is, just how humble he is and how appreciative he is to be around and just learn, and just cool for him to seek out some wrestling. So it's been, it was good to have him in town.
Last one.